Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Tell All. My name is Bobby Fazio. This is the Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio channel. It's Tuesday. It's a special Tuesday. It's Tuesday, October 1st, which, as you know, is the JEGS All Star preview episode. And it's a little further in advance than I think it was last year because we've got Speed Week coming up at Dallas. We got a divisional going on there on Monday and Tuesday. And then the national starts on Wednesday. So normally we would have been talking about this maybe Tuesday the night before, but we got it a week and some change early, which is cool. I got my buddy Walt Walker joining me tonight, and we're going to have a couple drivers call in and talk with us as well. So really looking forward to it. We've got our Drag Insights stats going. We got a lineup here with some key stats on some of the drivers. So it's going to be a fun night, and we hope that you choose to watch us instead of maybe that, boring vice presidential debate that's going to come on at 9 o'clock Eastern time. All right, who's out there? Well, there he is. He's here in person. He's here in spirit. He's here on the comments. He's Walt Walker. Let's go. Happy Tuesday. Walt Walker's in the house. Tom Baker's in the house. How you doing, Tom? Kenwood Welding and Metallizing is Tom Baker, and we thank Tom for his support as always. Dennis Chapman is here. What's going on, Dennis Chapman? We got Jimmy Carter in the house. Jimmy Carter turned 100 today. Not this Jimmy Carter, but the former president. I think he turned 100 today. Jimmy Carter, we hope you live to be 100 as well, buddy. Russ Abrams, great day in Michigan. So I guess not too cold, not too hot. That sounds good. Hi, Bobby and Walt. All right, let's get Walt in here. Let's get going. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I don't want to waste too much time here. So let's say hello to Walt. We'll shout out a couple sponsors, and we'll get going. Walt Walker, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Bobby. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine. And,
perfect.
Thanks for joining me.
Cheers to everybody.
Well, man, I forgot mine.
This is the Dallas beer since we're talking about the JEGS in the Dallas area.
At the Texas Motorplex, right? That's Walt's home track at this point, I would think.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty much the closest national that we have. So, yep.
Oh, man, I never got to go to Houston, so I never got to see your home track. But
yeah, no. Well, my home track is Belrose, and you've been there, so
I have. I know your dad. That's still your dad's home track.
Yep, still my dad's home track. Yep.
All right. Well, we got to thank Lupe Tortilla, the original LupeTortilla.com since 1983, which is a great year. It's the year I was born. Houston, Beaumont, College Station, and Katy, Texas. That's Stan and Sheila Holt. Got my Lupe Tortilla attire on. This show is brought to you by Lupe Tortilla, as is every Tuesday night podcast that you see. So thank you, Stan and Sheila. This show is also brought to you by DragInsights.com. Drag Insights providing a lot of the stats that we'll be using tonight to make our predictions, we'll say, some of our analysis. Go to draginsights.com, get yourself a free membership if you haven't. If you want to see stats like we're seeing tonight on multiple drivers, you're going to need a premium membership, and you can do that as well on there. It's a contingency eligible product. All you got to do is draginsights.com. Go to draginsights.com. All right. Walt, how you feeling about tonight?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm raring to go. Since the All-Star lineup came out, I did maybe 5-6 minutes of studying. So I think I'm ready to go.
Walt's better at that. I need a lot more preparation than that.
I've been real busy, so.
But you know what? You pay attention and you follow all year. So a lot of what you speak is you've got a lot of hours of watching and following. So it's not like
That's probably true, yeah.
You're not just winging anything. We also want to give a shout out to Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance, 602-284-6240 or 1donkennedy@gmail.com. Insure your race cars, guys. Things are very expensive nowadays. You don't want to be paying for it. Let Haggerty Insurance pay for it for you. Gas has been trickling down a little bit, but where I live, diesel is still very expensive. So get some Fuel Factor X. Increase your fuel mileage, guys. Gas or diesel. The link is in the show notes right now. You can click on that, especially if you're about to make a long trip. It's a 22-hour trip for me to get to the Texas Motorplex. If I was in the JEGS All Stars right now, I'd be using a lot of Fuel Factor X on that drive. Let me tell you, that's twice as long as Gainesville. So Fuel Factor X, be sure to check it out, guys. A couple more. We got Rocketman Race Coatings, rocketmancoatings.com. Coat some of your parts, your engine parts. If you want to be quicker, less friction, less temperature, talk to Rocky there at Rocketman Race Coatings. Rocky worked on the moon landing, by the way. Rocky has developed some of his own metal properties. So he's been around. He's race stock eliminator. He's built engines. He knows what he's doing. We got Fine Line Hot Rods out of Denton, Texas. I don't know if that's near you, Walt. But classic and race car fabrication, that's finelinehotrods.com. Also a stocker of Holley products. VP Race Fuel in the near future. We've got ARP bolts. We've got GoPro lithium batteries. We've got Braille lithium batteries. So stocking a nice lineup of things that you can use on the track or in a nice rejuvenated.
They're just north of Dallas. They're just north of Dallas. So some racers might need them this week.
Absolutely. And we've got Double O Green Hand Cleaner, which is another D4 comp eliminator racer. That's Ashton Hudson. And we thank him for his support. That hand cleaner is so good. Leaves your hands nice and soft. You have to work it in the shop all day, and it smells phenomenal. Ashton Hudson created it. You can get it on Amazon, and he is a contingency sponsor. And a heck of a nice guy, I might add. So thank you, Double O Green Hand Cleaner and Ashton Hudson. And last but not least, we got PontiacEngines.com. That's Bruce Fulper, founder of that 428 combo that, well, I'm sure we'll see it at Dallas this weekend. It's a very good combo and super stock, and he's very proud of it. So thanks, Bruce Fulper, for your support. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we'll get to a couple more comments, and then we'll get going here. We got to cover St. Louis race that just took place. Steve DeLucia, what's going on? George Wright, how you doing from the St. Louis double? All right, George Wright is there. Jimmy Carter's in the house. What's up, Steve? Alicia, how you doing, Alicia? Alicia, the founder of Drag Insights. We've got Rick Martin. I always want to say Ricky Martin when I see that. What's up, Rick Martin? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming out. Michael Borst, what's going on? Mike from Maryland, Virginia area. Mark Sargenti from up in Long Island owns the Silver Mustang that I get to drive. So thank you guys. Comments are flying in, but we got a lot to get to here. I want to thank Jason DeForest for a nice, generous donation last week to the podcast. Thank you very much, Jason DeForest. He's also Division 5's Super Stock representative for the JEGS All Stars. So thank you very much.
Very nice.
Appreciate it. All the donations that come in, I really, really appreciate it, guys. All right, there's no other real major announcements that I know of. The Dutch Classic, no AHFS for the class eliminations now. This is still a working process with a lot of moving parts. But if you want to set a record, Wednesday, no AHFS, you can do that. Thursday, you can make a couple time runs, no AHFS as far as I know. Friday's class eliminations, no AHFS. Saturday is eliminations for the divisional. AHFS is in effect. I guess they're just going to come up with a ladder from the runs that we made on Thursday and Friday, and then put together a ladder on Saturday where AHFS is now in effect. And I guess we'll run elimination Saturday and maybe finish on Sunday if we have to. That's pretty much all I got for you guys.
That's an interesting format.
A lot of moving parts there. That is a complicated race. We're combining an open with a divisional. Don't think it's ever been done before. And I know it's probably stressful for those guys. But woof. All right. Let's see. Let's cover St. Louis here. Walt, stock eliminator. It was basically a D4 reunion, it sounds like. Like Louisiana, born on the bayou was was where you needed to be.
Yep.
And stock eliminator, how about the Magic Man? Cooter Hidalgo, right? Waits to be the last car in line, knows there's an odd number of cars, and qualifies number one, and does it by going 999 under the index. Doesn't even hit a trigger.
He's super sharp, and yeah, obviously that was planned. So, yep.
I'm telling you, the guy is phenomenal. I mean, he's one of the most solid drivers in competition at this point in time. He does make it to the quarterfinals, where he ran into, I guess, one of his buddies, Ross Ponville. But in the final, we had Joe Bellinger in the 67 Chevy 2 wagon. What an awesome car. Hashtag the car show. F-stock automatic. Yep. And Ross Ponville out of Louisiana, right there by Belrose, in an A-stock automatic 2015 Camaro, the street version. And Final round was actually, it was close. Bellinger was 047 on the tree, Dowd 1144. He ran in 1146. Ponville was actually behind by 4 thou on the tree. He was 051. Dowd at 1044, but he ran dead on 1044 at 121 miles an hour. So he got the win, got there first, got the win, and was safe on his dial. Congratulations, Ross Ponville. First national event win. That was pretty cool to see. What do you think, Walt?
Yeah, I think that was great. I mean, he's deserving. He's been to a few fights. He actually running up Indy last year, and was a little disappointed, but he did great getting there. So he's been due. He's been deep in the rounds a bunch, and I think that moves him up to like 4th or 5th in the national point standing. So he's had a good year, and he's finally closed the deal, which is great.
You're right. He has moved into 5th place, just above Jared Jordan, who's now in 6th place in stock eliminator. Were there any heads ups in stock that led up to that point, Walt, or were they just mostly reserved for super stock this weekend?
I don't think I saw none that sticks out. I don't remember any heads up in stock eliminator.
All right, but Ross had to get past Jimmy Hidalgo, which is no small task, and he was double. He rose to the challenge. Let me tell you, he was 009, and he ran a 1035 on his 1037 dial, and I believe pushed. I guess he pushed Jimmy out the back door and won the double breakout, if I remember correctly. So
around here, a lot of Wallies go through Cooter. If you want a Wally, you gotta deal with that guy.
And then he got past Brina Splinger got to they were in the 5th round together, and then Ross sealed the deal. So congratulations, Ross Ponville. Way to go. Speaking of 428 super stockers, we got Irvin Johns here. So now we're moving into super stock GTF automatic. He's the #1 qualifier at 924.5 on a 1025 index. So he's 1 second under, just a tick more than 1 second under. Mm-hmm. And in the final round here, we had Ryan Montford versus Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. So the country pup here in his super stock G automatic 99 Firebird. Now there were heads ups leading up here in super stock, right? The semifinal was heads up all the way around. Factory Superstock D was Ryan Montford versus Scott Lieberscher, and then Superstock G Automatic was Jimmy Hidalgo versus David Dupps, I believe.
David Dupps Jr. Yep.
That was a hell of a race too.
Yeah, it was a really good race. They were really evenly matched, and that was the 2nd or 3rd Superstock G Automatic heads up that particular event. Seems like they had 6 Superstock Gs and 5 of them were all on the same corner of the ladder. So they had to battle it out, which was pretty cool for us watching at home.
That's the beauty of only one qualifier. I mean, things can get scary pretty fast. Now, Dupps, did Dupps red light in that heads up?
I believe he did.
Yeah,
he did.
But what I'm saying, it was a great race.
The
numbers were that would have been a hell of a race. And Hidalgo, I believe, was 007. So Dupps would have had, I think Dupps might have had him by 100th or 2 at the finish line. He would have had to have a good light though.
Right. He probably would have had to be 20 or better to stay in front. It was a good race. It would have been a good race either way. So.
And then Hidalgo, just a handful of his lights. 001 first round, 003 against Troy Huntsberry, 007 against Dupps, 012 in his bye run, just why not? And then 013 in the final round against Ryan Montford. So it just goes to show you how good Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. is. That was his 13th national event win and his 6th in Superstock. So, and he's got a bunch of, I'm guessing about 20 divisional event wins or more by this point. So I don't know where he's putting all these trophies. He's probably hiding them at his dad's house at this point.
Yeah, they're probably all over the place. Yep. He's always making room for another one.
Right. That's what I told him. I was like, congratulations again. Why don't you just start a racing school? And he said, well, I'd have to retire to do that. So then I remembered, he's one of the few that's probably making money doing this. So I guess he's probably not ready to retire just yet. So,
yeah.
All right. I guess we can get into the JEGS All Stars right now.
Okay.
We'll start with Stock Eliminator. And, well, explain to me what's going on here with this schedule. You got a divisional Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday is qualifying for the national event, correct?
Yeah. Sir, yes. we our guess is as good as yours. We they have events scheduled the whole week, right? So they have media racing and they have and they have all kind of stuff going on. So somebody told me there was a schedule posted maybe earlier today. I haven't even seen it. I've been so busy. But we're supposed to race the divisional Monday and Tuesday. We're supposed to start the national at some point Wednesday and then continue qualifying Thursday. Last I saw, and then start racing on Friday. And the JEGS All Stars is Saturday.
All right. Now I fly out Saturday night, so I'm hoping the JEGS All Stars finishes by
Yeah.
Saturday at like 5 or 6 p.m. Hi,
And at
Billy
some
Ryder.
point,
How you doing?
some point we got to finish a race from Tulsa in the midst of all of that.
Oh, I forgot about that. Your final round is going to be contested.
Well,
So,
all of it.
right?
No, it's Deep Emblem from Dallas, and I like
Tom
Stella
Baker.
Rosa wine.
What's up, Pete? How you doing? Vic Gilmino's in the house. How you doing, Vic? We are here at St. Louis. Tom Gent. All right, good luck in the double there, Tom and Russ. All right, so Walt Walker, I'm looking at the JEGS All Stars Stock Eliminator. Division 1 is being represented by Matt Lisa, D Stock Automatic, 68 Camaro. Division 2, Jeff Longany, B Stock Automatic in his 2000 Corvette, I believe is what it is.
Correct.
We got Houston Rakes. He's also B Stock Automatic, right? And
yeah, he's B Stock Automatic most of the 99. Well, Drag Insights will probably have the stats on how often, but he's most of the time for what that thing has the way, he's pretty much committed to be most consistently. Oh, I do remember that.
yeah,
With,
that's a shame.
the guy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You guys spruced that silver car up, that gray car,
Yep.
pretty fast there, Travis. The red car, I think, might have been the one though. How you doing, Sam? Thanks for tuning in. Now, Houston Rakes, that's a Chevelle, right? Well, like
Yeah, it's a 454. It's a 71 Chevelle with a 454 in it. Yep.
All right. And we've also got Will Emmons, A Stock Automatic. That's going to be a 69 Camaro.
Yep.
Larry Dyke, a factory stock B. Copo?
Yeah, it's a Copo. It's a 19 Copo. Yep. 427 car.
Yeah, so he's out of Division 5. That's Larry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Joe Sorensen here. Now, Joe has been a Division 6 terror. I mean, he's having a hell of a year right now.
Yep.
Number 1 in the country in stock eliminator by 2 points over Cooter at this point. G Stock Automatics, what he's been running most of the year. He's on the list in B Stock Automatic. Well, what do you make of that?
I don't know if he's kind of just messing with us or everybody, or he may be coming with a B Stock Automatic. I mean, those guys are crafty and they want to have as much advantage as they can. So they might have figured, hey, it's a lot of B's down there. Let's bring a B. They won't be slow. We know that.
No, I mean they don't do anything slow.
No,
if they were to come out, I mean, if they're secretly testing, or I guess we'll find out in Bakersfield this weekend if he's there.
Maybe they're not afraid to work. They'll change the motor on the road trip on the way here. They'll stop at a rest stop and change motors.
Right, that's amazing. See, we were confused for the debate. Good mistake. Thanks, Scott. Scott Cott out of Michigan. What's going on, buddy? And then we got Jared Jordan again, B Stock Automatic Mopar, right? What's that? A 64 Plymouth?
Yes, 64 Dodge or Plymouth. I'm not real familiar. I know it's 426. I guess it's the Max Wedge.
Max Wedge, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the blocker this was the confusing part because Joe Sorensen won last year. He was supposed to come back as the blocker, but he's number 1 in Division 6 right now.
Right,
so him and Dennis Radford, I guess they can choose who's the blocker, or does
maybe the division director? I guess we need to lock that down. By next year, I'll have it figured out.
Right.
by the next show, the next JEGS show, All Star show, I'll have it figured out.
And Dennis Radford is in a factory stock D.
Right. It's a
Copo again.
Drag pack.
A Challenger. Okay.
Yep. 10 drag pack.
So it looks to be pretty good. I mean, the way I kind of weigh out, my picks, how many runs they got under the belt in the combo, their win percentage, obviously, their average reaction time, which is a very, very key stat in Drag Insights because this is only counting green lights. So you can only do so much to fix a bad reaction time. So an average reaction time in stock and super stock, if you're in the 20s, you're doing very, very well with an average reaction time in the 20s. Most of the good drivers are in the low 30s and really good drivers in the high 20s. Matt Lisa is 029. And I mean, he's Division 1. I've raced him before. He wins a lot. I mean, the dude's a cold-blooded killer. He's good. He doesn't get rattled. And just by talking to him, if you've ever talked to him and his dad, they're just very calm. Like you never sense any kind of nervousness in them. And I just feel like that's where he drives with no fear. If he's 005 and 005, he's not the kind of driver that's going to be like, you know what, I need to make an adjustment so I can be 15 or 20. Nah, he's just going to, I'm just staying right here. I'm just going to be 005 next round. Like that's the kind of driver he is. And that's, he's D stock automatic. He doesn't have to worry about any heads ups here. So he'll be in, I guess, bracket mode all the way, man, for the real race and for the JEGS All Star.
Unless Sorensen puts in a D stock automatic mode.
Right.
So Sorensen might be 396, 325. Okay.
Hey, I'm anxious to see. Sorensen showed up in L last year, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to be in G. I just thought L would put him at a disadvantage, and boy, did he prove me wrong.
And he won it. So expect the unexpected with those guys. It's fun to watch.
We got Division 2, Jeff Longany, man. So great combo here. I think he's got an advantage in the heads ups with the Bs, right? Because that's like a 2000. That's an LS Corvette, right?
Right. It's LS Corvette, a really well built car. I was familiar with the build of that car. Really, yep. So if the only issue with that thing is traction every once in a while, and that's just on a marginal track, but I don't think that'll be an issue here at this particular national or at this track. So yeah, he should be able to get after it. I would love to see everybody in B. One of our guests, well, we have two guests, and we got to make sure we might be able to convince them both to be in B. And just the semis or the All-Stars should be 4 B stock automatics. Let's just get after it.
How great would it be? And there's no HFS in JEGS All Stars, so you can go as fast as you want.
That'd be really cool.
On top, I forgot to mention Matt Lisa's win percentage in D stock automatic 70.94%, so 71%, which is the second highest on this list. Joe Sorensen being the highest in G stock automatic with 122 runs under his belt, 75%. So Joe Sorensen, if he shows up in G, I mean, it's a comfortable combo for him where he's got a lot of experience, and Joe's average reaction time is 0.36, which, like I said, is good for the category.
Right.
So,
and if Joe shows up with something slow, I mean, that's like he showed up in L last time. It doesn't change the look for him, right? So he's getting chased. If you look at this list, he's getting chased by everyone. So it doesn't change his look as much as somebody that's getting chased one round and chasing another round and clean tree this round. And, so he'll have the clean tree every time. He knows what the look is going to be when going down track. And so that may be a strategy of his also, just to have the clean tree every hit.
Excellent point, Walt. Right. Looking at a clean tree every time. And I know what that's like. I looked at a clean tree for years. So, speaking of Jared Jordan and that beautiful 64 max wedge, and we're pretty sure it's a max wedge. If he comes on here and tells us it's a Hemi, we're really going to feel pretty silly. But We're going to bring Jared Jordan on. He's joining us right now and see what he has to say about this competition that he's looking forward to. Jared Jordan, how you doing, buddy? Can you hear us?
I can, Bobby. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
We got you. How are you, Jared?
Doing well. How about you, Walt?
Doing well. Doing well.
Jared, tell us where you are located. Are you California?
I am in beautiful Modesto, California, which if you've never been here, Ray Thurston has. You can quote me on that. We're about an hour or so south of Sacramento down I-5, and we're about an hour and a half east of San Francisco.
All right. Modesto. And that's the movie, right? The movie.
If you've ever heard of the Scott and Lacey Peterson mess, that all happened right here.
Oh my God.
I'm familiar with that. And I'm glad you got Ray out of that trouble that time he was out there too.
Right.
Well, I'm usually pretty good about getting people out of trouble. That's my job after all.
Right. Right. Steve Zupka says first round of JEGS All Stars is Friday. Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
That works out. That's better for me actually, because then Saturday should move along quicker.
Oh, that's what they did last year. First round, and then they finished on Saturday or something like that. Yeah, I do remember that.
So, what is the movie I'm thinking of? Modesto, George Lucas. Thank you. I don't know. Why do I forget that every time? All right. So, 64 Plymouth or Dodge? What do you got?
This car's a Dodge.
Dodge.
Now, is this is this car from the East Coast? Is this an old like?
It is actually. It was campaigned by Kim Rhodes for a long time in Division 1. It was painted white then. A guy named Fred Palumbo bought it and had Eric Bartikoff turn it into the car that you guys see today.
All right. And Bartikoff, I think Darren Grossi drives an old Bartikoff car too, I believe.
That is the old Bartikoff family car.
The Bartikoff, everything Bartikoff touches.
Really nice cars.
Yeah.
Yep. Really nice cars. Really nice. So how long is the trip from Modesto to Ennis, Texas?
Well, we're going to start in Bakersfield first. I'm going to run the first leg of the doubleheader this weekend. So
that was going to be my next question. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 1,493 miles from racetrack to racetrack.
Yeah, I looked that up when I realized that we were starting. Do you plan on making a divisional before? You plan on being there?
That's why we're leaving on Friday instead of running the second race. We're going to try and make it to the divisional Monday and Tuesday.
Cool.
That's tough. That's kind of tough that they would do that, you know?
Well, I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do to get there, right? I may never get another chance to do this, so we're going to take advantage of it and maximize all the fun.
How are you feeling about the B-Stock automatic crowd here?
Man, I'm excited. It's not often we get a chance to turn our cars loose and, chill them, put the light oil in, strip them down to minimum weight and get stupid. So, I'm kind of looking forward to the opportunity. I think Big Blue, my car, can hang with just about anybody in the country, except for that Gold Digger car. That thing has shown me some taillights. I'm pretty positive. And, Sorensen, what you guys were alluding to earlier, that's really interesting. Joe, in years past, had a combination that would run in AA, A, and B, and you never knew which class he was going to show up in. But you know one thing about those guys, and that's that they're always going to be fast, no matter what they bring to the track. And if he really is in B, and he's not just toying with the rest of us, which I suspect, I won't lie to you, that car's, I think, probably the fastest one of the four that could be there.
Well, that combination that Joe and Hal ran back in the days was still headed 427.
Was it?
And it was. And not many people run it that much, so maybe it kind of lost a little bit of his luster. But I mean, there was rumors that he's building a 396, 375, which a lot of people have been fast with. So
sure,
we'll see.
Absolutely. I'm a little worried about the Corvette behind Sorensen. I know that's a really good combination. A lot of those cars are fast. I don't know that Longhaney's really had to turn his car loose yet. So, I'm a little up in the air as to how fast he can actually go. But if it works out that they're heads-up races, I expect that they're going to be good and they'll be close and fun to watch.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Julie Holton Jordan, which is that your wife, Jared?
No, that'd be my mom.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. She said Longhaney and Will Emmons are not entered in the national event. Are they running the All Stars? Now 99.9% sure Will's running.
Yeah, I know Will is running, and I'm not sure where Longhand. It's certain ways where you finish in the points of the previous year, you can enter later with a gold card, silver card, stuff like that. So some of those guys are letting other people fill in before they take spots.
Professional courtesy. We like it.
Yep.
Keep it going.
True story.
All right, Jared. So what do you do? You're a lawyer?
Yes, sir. Criminal defense. I'm a sole practitioner. I've got my own office. I went out on my own a couple of years ago. I pretty much work exclusively in the county that I live in, so I don't travel very far, and I'm not much good to other racers, but it pays the bills, and it has its moments where it's very rewarding.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, we can't keep you on here too long because we don't want to pay the retainer fee. But
my hourly rate's not cheap. I'm not gonna lie.
Not when you drive a car like that, man.
For sure.
The 426. Who builds your engine?
That'd be Steve Wan, and this is a 64 low compression max wedge, and Steve's my secret weapon. He is coming with us, so I'll have my crew chief and engine builder in Dallas. So if we have to get nasty, I know I've got the right guy in my corner to make the car go fast.
Oh God, please! I hope everybody has to get nasty.
Yes, it's going to be. And if you look at it, I don't know if you have, Jared. Well, I'm sure you have. You look at the rest of besides the All Stars lineup, the entry list. I mean, it could be 10 or 12 B cars.
There's at least 8 that I counted the last time I looked. And I mean, in a field of 55 cars, that's a really good chance that you're going to have somebody heads up. So, we're coming prepared. I'll have everything in the trailer ready to strip it down and do what we got to do.
So get out.
If we come home with parts hanging out of it, so be it.
Yeah.
Now, Walt, you know this track better than Jared and I do. What's the elevation? What's the weather usually like at Dallas?
It's not a whole lot of barometer. I don't know the actual elevation because it never mattered to me. I always look at DA. So it's but it never gets around 30 barometer. You may have like high 28 barometer, low 29 barometer in most cases. And I don't know if the air's in the 60s, 70s. You may be around 2,500 feet DA. So. Yeah, it won't be killer. Even though the air it might feel okay, but it won't be killer. So that way you don't got to worry about going 130 under. Just get after it.
I don't think I have to worry about that anyway, to be honest with you. But
well, you come down to Belrose at the right time, or Cecil County.
Yeah. You know what's going to be a shock to us people coming from, like, say, the Northwest and the West Coast is the water grain number compared to what we're used to seeing out here.
Yeah. You. It's very possible to have 110 water grain.
Yeah, and out here, I don't think I've ever seen over 70 anywhere we've gone.
Oh yeah, that'll be a difference.
Well, we are looking forward to it. That is a long trip for you. Be safe on the road. Good luck. So running first race at Bakersfield, then you're getting in and heading to Dallas, correct?
That's the plan. Yeah, we're leaving in the morning for Bakersfield, and then we expect, barring any problems, that we'll be in Ennis on Sunday night.
All right. Wow. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you there. I'll be there. Walt will be there. And
I'll get there Sunday myself.
Awesome.
Probably have a camera and a microphone in your face. So
perfect, man. I look forward to it. Can't wait to see you guys.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Hey,
and good luck. We'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
All right, Jared Jordan, thanks for calling in.
That's all right.
And I want to run down a couple stats here again about this list. So I told you Matt Lisa's average reaction time is 0.29. Now he's got the best reaction time. He's the only one that's in the 20s for the combo that these drivers are racing in on the entry list. Okay.
Right.
Jeff Longani's 0.39. Houston Rakes 0.38. Now I'm using B stock automatic stats.
Yep.
Will Emmons 0.38. I'm using A stock automatic stats there. Larry Dyke is 0.57. So he is the highest average reaction time.
Well, he's Division 5, right? So 550. Okay.
Walt, be nice. Joe Sorensen is 0.36.
I was hoping he was 60, but go ahead.
Jared Jordan is 040 and Dennis Radford is 040. So it is a pretty tight window there. Other than Matt Lisa is kind of the outlier and Larry Dyke is kind of the outlier. The other 6 drivers are between 38 and 40. So, this is should be some good racing here. And then
Larry
the win
Dyke,
percentages, real quick. I'll just shout out the win percentages, and then we'll bring in the next caller. So Matt Lisa is 70.9%. Jeff Longany 64.8%. Houston Rakes 63%. Mind you, Jeff Longany's got 131 runs under his belt. Houston Rakes 144 runs, so they got experience on their side. Right. Will Emmons only has 49 runs in A stock automatic. He's got a 67% win percentage. He's got a good win percentage, but he has 49 runs, whereas the other guys have 100 and something runs. Right. Larry Dyke only has 44 runs, so he's got the least amount, and he's got a 45% win percentage. So the betting odds would be going against Larry Dyke right now, but he's here for a reason.
And I was going to say about Larry Dyke, his advantage is he's the fastest car in the field. So he'll be on the chase and he'll be running high mile an hour. So even if he's a little late on the tree, it still makes it difficult down on the other end.
Absolutely. That's what the stats are speaking for themselves. So you're right. Chasing, pushing people out, forcing people to make mistakes. Sorensen, 122 runs under his belt here in G, 75% win percentage. So he's got the highest. Jared Jordan, 55 rounds under his belt in B stock automatic and a 69% win percentage. And then Dennis Radford, 70 runs and 50% win percentage, and that's factory stock D. So again, somebody that could be chasing. I'm not sure where factory stock D is in relation to B stock automatic. I would assume factory stock D, low 10s, high 9s.
Right. Probably high 9s. Yep.
So just a little bit more info there. Now you can really do some deep dives in the stats on Drag Insights. You can see how good drivers are leaving first versus leaving second, how well they are in the left lane versus the right lane. There's so much you can dive into here. And I really wanted to, but I didn't want this to turn into a 2.5 hour episode because that would happen with me.
Yeah, we just get stats heavy.
But we got another caller that we want to bring in, a young gun who's he's in the racing family of all racing families here, right, Walt? I mean, his last name is Emmons. They show up at the track with 15 cars. Every single, not one of them has a speck of dust on it. They line up perfectly on like a 47.5 degree angle in front of their trailer. They got like beautiful.
Blame Jerry and Gary for that. Yep.
Right. Is Jerry the one that does that or what?
It's Jerry and Gary. It's a combination of both.
Right. And we're going to speak to Will Emmons, and that is Harvey's son.
It is
Speedy, right?
It is.
All right. Let's bring Will on. Will can actually fill in some more blanks of the with the triplets here. Will Emmons, are you there? Can you hear us, buddy?
I can, loud and clear. How are you guys?
What's up, Will?
Look at this guy. It looks like he's made for television.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Of course.
Yeah, man. So A stock automatic 69 Camaro. Will, how old are you?
I'm 24.
24. He's already in the JEGS All Stars, and
Didn't take long.
Right, I know. He has some good coaching, and if we could all be so lucky to be in that family with all that coaching.
I believe he won the track championship his first year in junior dragster, first full year in junior dragster. So
wow,
it came quick.
He's the
you
man.
were there for it, Walt. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
I remember that. Yeah, my first day at the track, you were there, Walt.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. Like it was yesterday. Time flies.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
It goes faster when you get older too, Will. So
we got a little bit of a personal connection.
Yeah.
The years just click by. Will, do you work for the family business?
I do. Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. What do you do?
Basically, I book out the cars for the cars that my dad buys at the auction. That's my main thing that I do. So we have auctions Monday through Wednesday. And then the other days I'm doing the trade appraisals and just stuff out on the inventory, just marking up cars and getting stuff ready to get pushed on the front line.
Yeah, they have a really huge, a really nice pre-owned car dealership in just south of Houston, in
Yes, sir.
Webster, Texas.
Is there more than one of them, or is there just the one?
One.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir. Yep.
I got to check it out one of these years if I'm in that area. So,
Yeah.
Walt, that's near you, right? I'll make a big trip. I got to come to Houston area.
Come on down, come hang out. We'll show you around and show you a good time.
All right.
Yep.
Sounds good. So, Will, A stock automatic. I mean, is there any chance we can talk you into running B stock automatic for the
There is a group conversation going on about that currently as we speak. So we will see.
More B's the merrier.
There is a lot. Yes, for sure.
Now yours is a 396, 375 horse combo?
Yes, the 396, 375, yes.
Okay, is that the aluminum head version there with the, what's that, 405-ish? Well,
yeah, rated 405, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Will, just going by the stats right now, you have youth and energy on your side. What you don't have on your side right now is the number of runs in the combo. So it's basically just saying that you're young. You're young, right? You don't have 144 runs in the class as somebody older than yourself right now, but you do have a 67% win percentage, which is putting you to the top tier of this pack right here. And an 0.38 reaction time, which is putting you right in the dead center, right in the median range of the pack here. How do you feel about your chances at this race in the JEGS All Stars?
Man, all that I can say about that is I'm gonna do my best. I know that everybody else that is there for a reason. They're all going to be top competitors. We're just going to do our best as a team, and hopefully I can come out on top.
You know you can.
I have the experience deal. Yeah, hit him as a driver, and you say 140, but he's got 3 uncles and a dad who has 144 runs a week per under their belt. So they have plenty. He has plenty of advice, and including Jeff Miller. And
oh yeah,
he's technically, Will is the 5th member of his family to make the JEGS All Stars. All of his uncles and his dad have been JEGS All Stars or TRW All Stars, going way back to them days. And I want to say 3 out of the 4 have won the All Stars. So he's got a lot of experience behind him. When we're standing on that starting line, he's got a lot of people behind him.
That's got to be a good, comforting feeling too, to know that you got that whole team there. You guys definitely work as a team. I've watched you when I'm filming and stuff. I've seen, one uncle's checking tires. This other uncle's got the notepad. I mean, you guys, there are no guesses in the Emmons camp. Everything seems like a calculated decision. So, I mean, how does it make you feel to have all that help and all this, these teachers?
That's what I was going to say. I'm just the driver. We're all a team. I couldn't do it without them. It's all of us that makes it fun, and just being out there with family. And yeah, the wins are great, but win or lose, I'm glad to be there with everybody. And it all makes it, when you win, it's so much more exciting, because it's all that team effort that we put in to get there, and just the memories that we cherish and spend time together for the wins makes it so it's undescribable, but it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling.
Oh man. Well, when are you guys going to head to the track?
This Sunday, I believe. This Sunday, and yeah, we're that's going to be a long week of racing. We got the Pine Valley Divisional crammed in there. Then we got the National. Then I'm in the All Stars, and my brother Landon, he has Jeff Heffler in the final that we didn't finish from Tulsa. And Walt, I believe you have.
I have Charlotte.
Yes.
In the finals. Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. So it's pretty cool. And I'll bring it back full circle to Drag Insights. In Tulsa, Will had a heads up, and his opponent, I looked on Drag Insights to find out how quick the other guy has ever been, so we'll know how much or how, just be prepared for how fast that other guy can go. Now use drag insights to find that out.
Yeah, valuable tool, man, and that's just one of the uses that you can do with it. Now, it's kind of a unique national where you're actually running. I mean, you're running a division. People are going to get a lot of hits at the tree and on the track and get their data before the national event even begins. So we could have some of the best racing that we've seen come time, the national event rolls around. So I'm excited for that as well.
Yeah,
I am too.
If you don't have your stuff together by then, you probably won't get it together.
Yep, that's about right. It's about right. Yeah, we should all have the same, plenty of time to have our stuff dialed in. So it's going to be some good racing.
Yep.
All right, Ray Thurston says Dallas is 538 feet, and I think Maple Grove is like 550 or something. So it sounds like a track on par with what I'm used to running at Maple Grove. So not the fastest in the world unless you get really killer air.
Yeah,
but it should be good. Justin Graham he's going to be in Bakersfield, I believe. So good luck, Justin Graham. But how's the first round pairing work out for JEGS All Stars? Is that you just draw a hat? Does it go by qualifying ladder for the eliminator from the real race?
No, it's qualifying ladder from the real race. So yeah, if you're number 5 in the real race and no other All Stars above you, you're number 1 in the All Stars qualifying, and so on and so on. So yeah, that's how they do it.
Excellent. Walt, you got any words of advice for this young man that you've probably helped coach this young man in the past, right?
None I can say on air. We might whisper something in his ear before he goes up, but yeah.
He's helped a lot.
Looking out for his D4 guys,
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, Will. Well, we thank you for joining us. Safe travels for you. I would imagine you guys only have to drive a couple hours to get to the track, so that's pretty cool. And I will see you there. I'll be walking the lanes. I'll be filming, and I might, ask you a question here and there with the camera and the mic. All right, buddy?
Sure thing. That sounds good.
Tell Dad and your uncles that we all said hello, and good luck to little brother Landon on his final round on I don't know, Tuesday-ish, Monday or Tuesday.
We don't know.
Yeah. They still haven't said. I thought it was going to be on. I was thinking it was going to be Monday after, maybe in between after the qualifying for Pine Valley, the divisional. But yeah, Monday or Tuesday probably. If I had to guess,
we'll figure it out. They put out some kind of schedule today. I just hadn't had a chance to look at it, so
all right,
we'll look at it soon.
When we get a final schedule, we will definitely
we'll post them. Yeah, we'll post them and let everybody know.
And I want to remind everybody that we are you can make picks for the JEGS All Stars like we did last year on the Drag Insights. There's going to be a link that'll take you to a form, and you just multiple choice like you're taking a test. Pick the drivers that you believe will win in each category, each sportsman category, and the winner gets something to be determined from Alicia. Alicia's here. I guess she can tell us what she's giving away this year. But it was a big hit last year, and we look forward to everybody participating in it this year. I will also have paper copies for anybody that likes to do it old school. I'll have those in Dallas with me. So be sure to make your picks for the JEGS All Stars. All right, Will Emmons, thanks for joining us. We'll let you get back to work. And we wish you luck next week, buddy. All right.
Thank you guys so much.
All right. Well, see you.
See you guys.
All right. Young 25-year-old Will Emmons, man. A stock automatic, hopefully B stock automatic by the end of today.
Yep. The junior dragster racers, man, when they come up, it's really, well, I wouldn't say it's easy, but when they're good in the juniors and they get in big cars, the learning curve is just, it's phenomenal how quickly them guys can find the winner circle. Guys and girls can find the winner circle. Yep.
And when I'm saying 49 runs for Will, I'm saying 49 runs in A stock automatic only. It doesn't count any other class that he's run if he's run B or C. That also doesn't count the ginormous amount of runs he probably made in a junior dragster.
Right. Correct.
It's just we're just going by class here, and a class stat can affect the looks that we were talking about earlier, that Walt was talking about earlier. Yep. So a couple more comments here, and then we will get into, well, we'll make our picks. I'll flash up a couple more comments. Walt, you got a pick for me for stock eliminator? What are you thinking?
For stock eliminator, I gotta be honest. I like your methodology when it comes to Matt Lisa. I think Matt Lisa. I think the way he races, and if it's a whole bunch of B stockers, they're all going to be concerned with each other. So that may kind of give Matt an advantage because he's kind of on the island by itself. So I kind of like Matt Lisa in this because I can't be biased and say Will.
Right. Well, I was going to say Matt. Now I can't say Matt. I don't want to pick the same one as you, but his stats and I just know him. I race with him, a lot, and I've seen what he can do. So, I mean, I want to go with. I think I'm going to go with. I'll go with Joe Sorensen. He won it last year. He's number one in the world right now. The guy is. He's got experience on his side here, and he's been on this big stage just a year ago. So I'll go with Joe Sorensen, 75% win percentage in G Stock Automatic. If he surprises me and brings a B stocker, I don't know. I think I might go with Jared Jordan in that case because Jared Jordan's got that Steve Wan motor in there, and they might have something up their sleeves. They might be the fastest B car. Or up there, be able to run with Jeff Longany.
Yeah, it'll make it really interesting. Yep.
But all right, so Walt Walker goes with Matt Lisa, D Stock Automatic 68 Camaro, and I'm going with Joe Sorensen, G Stock Automatic 69 Camaro. All right.
Yes, sir.
You ready for Super Stock, Walt?
Let's go to Super Stock.
Okay, Division 1. We got Justin Pasillo, who drives Eddie Bloom's 85 Firebird, I believe. Super Stock B modified stock. Fast car, consistent car. Justin Pasillo. Again, I hate to use the term twice now, but cold-blooded killer. Like this guy, 62 runs on the combo, right? Remember I told you an average reaction time in stock and super stock? If you're in the 20s, you're just sickening.
Killer.
Okay. Justin's 019. All right. 019. He's got one of the best average reaction times in stock and super stock in Drag Insights. So he really, really drives this car well.
Yeah.
And he's got a 75%, 75.81, if you want to get technical, win percentage. Okay. So fast car, usually chasing people down.
Yeah.
He's great on the tree, and his win percentage speaks for himself. 62 runs. That's a good enough amount given the list here. I mean, the list, most of the drivers on the list don't have that many. All right. So I'll run down the list and then we'll come back and talk about everybody individual. So Don Barber in a factory GTE, he's Division 2. 96
Avenger, Dodge Avenger.
So what are we thinking? A 360?
375. I mean, I'm sorry, 345. 345. But it's he's down in E. So he's down in E. So I think it's a little smaller motor.
All right. 48 runs, 035 reaction time average, and 58% win percentage. Then we've got experience here. Division 3, Jeff Dona, Superstock H Automatic, 322 runs in the combo, 033 average reaction time, 66% win percentage, which is a lot of rounds won when you've raced 322 rounds.
Leading the world right now.
Leading the world in Superstock.
Yeah.
Hunter Puridola, GTH Automatic. And what kind of car is that? Well,
that's a 97 Firebird with a 454, GTH automatic.
Yep. 77 runs on the combo, 029 reaction time. There we are. We're in the 20s again.
Yep.
59% win percentage in GTH automatic. The win percentage is based on the combo, based on the class, not the combo, based on the class. Because last year, remember we had a guest on last year who was running D and E. And I told him, dude, your win percentage in D is a lot better than your win percentage in E. And your average reaction time is better in D than it is in E. You might want to run D. And I think he went down there and ran E. So you can, if you go on Drag Insights and see, hey, I'm way better when I run in this class than I am in that class, you might use that to your advantage.
Yep.
Division 5 is Jason DeForest, GTC automatic. That is a 2005 Cavalier, I believe.
15 Copo motor in it, the street version of the Copo. Well, I guess it's but it's the street version of the
It's got to be
Camaro motor. Yeah.
125 runs under his belt in that class. 34 on the reaction time. 034, very good. 71.2% win percentage. So he's solid, and pretty fast car, right? Goes what 9 O's
most. Yeah.
How about this, man? Division 6. It was supposed to be Jackie Alley, who's a former world champion, but she is not coming. Ty Gaynor is going to come in her place. Ty Gaynor, all of 16, maybe 17 years old by now, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Yep. Factory GTD. That is that's a Cobalt, right, Walt?
08 Cobalt with a Copo 396 in it from the 15 396 in it. Yeah, so it runs C or D.
All right.
Yep.
Now it looks like he ran D most of the year, but we'll see what he does for the JEGS All Stars. 25 runs under his belt. 031 average reaction time, which is very good. 72% win percentage. So the kid is young. Again, another one of these kids that probably has a million runs in a junior. So he's got experience, and he just stepped into a super stock car. Won his first race his first divisional that he raced in. Right?
It's his grandpa's stocker. I mean, super stocker. His grandpa's super stocker, and his late grandpa's. And I believe that's the car that Kyle Rizzoli drove last year to a top 10 finish in the world.
Man, amazing. And then Trey Vetter, super stock F automatic D7. That's the yellow 67, 68.
Yep. 68 Camaro. Yep. 396 car.
396, 53 runs under his belt. Great car. Leaves nice too. Does nice wheelies. How about this average reaction time? 023 average reaction time and a 79% win percentage. So this is no slouch here, Trey Vetter, and he's up there. I think he's leading in the division, I believe, in the points. So,
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. He had a really good beginning of the year.
He's 8th in the world. Yep. And number 1 in D7. Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's the All Stars. What do you expect? So, and then Troy Olsenowski, Division 6. He's the blocker. Yeah. He's got that awesome 66 Chevy 2 wagon, I believe.
Yeah,
Super stock O automatic.
66 small apartment.
283, right?
Yep.
283 Screamer, and he does the 1,000-foot spot drops.
Yeah, he does the spot drop and does it well. He's got something figured out, and it just messes with everybody's. I mean, it just throws the look of the race off tremendously, and he'll put it dead on doing that. So
he does.
Makes it tough.
He puts it dead on when the weather's like drastically different from the day or round before. So he really has something figured out down there.
Yeah, he does.
043 average reaction time, which that's the highest out of the group. Doesn't mean anything because he won last year. And correct. 56% win percentage in Superstock O automatic. So Division 6 won stock and Superstock JEGS All Star last year. They're both coming back. That was Sorensen and Olsenowski. And I love watching this wagon, and it's fun to watch. It's a cool car. It does wheelies, station wagons as race cars. I mean, how can you not?
Yep.
So we do have we have a super stock caller. We got Hunter Pierdola. We're going to bring him in to talk to us and see his thoughts on this, see his thoughts on the competition here. And then Walt and I will give you our picks. So let's see if we can get Hunter in. Hunter, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. Y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
He's loud and clear.
Cool deal.
All right, Hunter, tell us where you're from.
Originally from Seguin, Texas, Lynchburg, Texas. Since I've been racing with Dave Sidlow, so about 4 years here now.
All right, so how far is it for you to get to this Texas Motorplex?
Home track, 5 hours away.
Home track, 5 hours away. And
there was a track in Seguin.
Yeah, there was a track in Seguin at Port Management, so I don't think it's coming back. But so Dallas is the home track now. Of course, Houston, everybody's sad about that too.
Yeah, absolutely. So Hunter, GTH automatic. I believe Walt said your combo earlier. Can you remind me what it is?
Yeah, it's a mid-70s, 454, low compression.
All right, now you're sitting pretty good here with an 0.29 average reaction time, which is very, very good in the Drag Insights stats for stock and super stock racers. 77 runs under your belt there in GTH Automatic, 59% win percentage. How are you feeling about the competition here? Doesn't look like you'll have any heads ups. Like there are no heads ups to worry about as there are in stock. How are you going to approach this weekend, this race, or this full week, I should say?
I think it's going to be a knockdown drag out. Feeling pretty confident. Last time I was at Dallas, did pretty good at the points race. So looking to find some of that mojo back again. Couple issues here and there with the car, up in Bowling Green and Indy, but trying to get those sorted out. So hopefully we can lay down some tight packages and have some good racing again. Unfortunately, there's no heads up anywhere on the super stock ladder, but stock eliminator ought to be fun, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Wait. Are there any?
Hunter has a good team behind him also, and some close people that's been in his life for a long time, and he's a second or third generation racer. Second. Okay, yeah. And so they're having prepared. The car will be prepared. Don't worry about that. I don't think.
Yeah, we're working hard. We'll get it sorted out. So we won't disappoint.
Are there any other GTH automatics on the entire Superstock entry list that you could run into in the Eliminator? Just curious.
Our good friends, the Blackmans. Brittany Blackman, she's been running H automatic all year long. I think Mahi is an I, and Latino is in G. So they sometimes run H and have been running H this year, but not at the Dallas National event.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I was just curious. So, Hunter, have you been an All-Star before? Are you used to this?
First time. It was cool to see it last year, though. I'm glad it's in Dallas and not, don't have to travel so far. So got to watch it last year at the home track, but this is my first year.
Now, Hunter getting into the All-Stars, he mentioned he did well in Dallas the last time out. Hunter getting to the All-Stars came down to the final round of the final race of the All-Stars Points Championship.
Yeah, against our good friends, the Blackmans from San Antonio.
Correct.
After a heads-up semifinal against Mahi, so I had to get the car all back in bracket mode, in like 15 minutes to come back up for the final and against the Blackmans. So it was an eventful All-Stars clinch, to say the least.
Yep.
Wow.
So talk about pressure situation.
You just put it back in bracket mode. Just want to just leave it back and leave it in heads-up mode and just dial off of the heads up.
Yeah, everybody said that, but I didn't think that was such a good idea. It worked out. So
yeah, man, you made the right call. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, looking at this list here, I mean, what do you think? What do you think of some of these drivers?
Like I said, it's
who's the easy one that you want first round? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, just look at the points. Look how everybody's doing this year. You got Nona, Vetter, DeForest, who just won a couple. So everybody's on fire. I think I'm the underdog in this situation if you look at the year, but still feeling confident. So I think it's going to be some great racing.
Yeah, man.
See, Bobby's wheels are turning. He's like, I don't.
Yeah, he's looking at the analytics. Like, click fast enough.
It's like the numbers ain't telling me nothing.
Tell me some stats.
Oh man, well, I ran through the stats on all the drivers. I was going to dig a little deeper on some of the stats, but I'm trying to think. What kind of ETs do you run, Hunter?
Mostly the 70s. Like I said, this time of year in Dallas, might break into the 60s a little bit, for
970s, 960s,
yeah. Hopefully to get some cooler air, not like Tulsa or Dallas any other time. Hopefully it'll be 80s, mid 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, 970s, you're looking good there. I'm just, like Walt said, racing against Olszanowski. I mean, have you ever raced against somebody that does what he does?
No, not that does what he does. Hagen Gary runs a P automatic. That's about the slowest situation I could compare to that. But I've watched Olszanowski. I can't remember where it was, but it's the first time I'd seen it, and it was wild. Like you said, spot dropping at somewhere around 1,000 foot. And
Yeah.
he was going rounds too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
not to be taken lightly.
He
Well,
won the thing last year doing it.
The P automatic would still be accelerating at the finish line. This guy is decelerating, and that's what throws people off. But I do have a good stat for you going 970s here. So when you leave the starting line first in GTH automatic, did you know that your average reaction time is 0.23? When you leave second, your average reaction time is 0.34. So
All right. Well, there's some
in the
fast
clean
cars
tree is help. It's
in
seeing
the
the clean
lineup there.
trees.
So
Yeah. Yep. Because Ty will be quicker, and Justin will be quicker, and yeah, it's a few of them. Jason DeForest. Yep.
yeah, better be close to the same, maybe a little quicker, maybe. So interesting stuff to look at there.
And then now I want to give you a stripe stat also. So when you are leaving first, you take an average of 23 thousandths down there. When you leave second, you are giving up an average of 3 thousandths. So your stripe margins are a little tighter when you leave second than they are when you leave first. That's just a random stat. That's on the starting line. That's leaving first versus leaving second. I can give you other stuff too. Crossing first versus crossing second.
Bringing up bad memories here, Bobby. Making me relive it twice. No.
When you cross first, you average a 35 thou stripe margin. When you cross second, you are giving it up by an average of 21 thou. So just a couple things for you to
tighten those up a little bit,
think about,
especially for this All Stars too.
So you bet.
Yep, pressure's on now.
All these stats are on Drag Insights premium memberships, guys. Just want you to be able to look up. I mean, I invite all the JEGS All Stars to be in here looking up the competition for sure. So I would say, are you running, the divisional on Monday and Tuesday, right? So you're going to be there all week, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to take off Sunday morning, try and get there. Hopefully, no issues.
So you're going to get good luck.
Hit the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be set. You'll have the data that you need. It's your home track. I think you're quietly you got a little advantage here that we're not going to say out loud. So
you can be giving away all the secrets now, Bob.
Right? He knows which lane the sun shines on the tree in, right?
Yeah, something like that. What's that about that right lane? Yeah. Walt knows about it.
Yeah.
The one with the big crack in it. All right, Walt, you got anything? I mean, he's your D4 guy. Give me something here.
No, I just think that his work that he's done in D4 says a lot, and this All-Star lineup isn't much different than third round at one of our divisionals. That's the way I look at it. It's pretty tough.
Testify to that.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. So, yeah, I think you'll be fine. Like I said, I know Dan and the guys and David have your back 100%. So, I think you'll be fine.
Absolutely. Have a great team.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Well, we thank you for calling in as well, and wish you luck. Go ahead, get your car prepped. See you in Dallas next week. I'll be there Wednesday to Saturday. Walt will be there all week, and I'll be sure to come by, say hello, and you might have a camera shining on you and a microphone in your face. All right, bud?
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thank y'all, guys.
All right, bud.
All right, buddy. See you later.
We'll see you. All right, Hunter Pierdola, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I was just thinking about that home track there, and he might have a couple tricks up his sleeve when it comes to that. So I wanted
like you're gonna need them.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to check out a stat here on Pasillo because I know Pasillo, like I said, 0.19. What average reaction time? I want to know how he is leaving first versus leaving second. So let's see what this is. Wow. Check this out, Walt. He leaves second most of the time, right? 77% of the time he leaves second. His reaction time is 0.20. He leaves first. Leaves second 84% of the time. Leaves first 15.3% of the time. Mm-hmm. His average reaction time is 0.158. So it doesn't matter whether he's leaving first or leaving second. he's killer. And you know why? Because he ran J stock automatic for a lot of years when he was winning division championships. So he knows what it's like to have a clean tree and get chased. So he can do it from both ends. And that's Pasillo.
He's locked in. Yeah.
Locked and loaded. How about Troy Olszanowski? Let me check him out real quick here. See what his starting line looks like. How about this? Olszanowski, he leaves first 94% of the time, and he's got an
had to be a big number.
Yeah, 0.48 average reaction time, but he's 0.13 average reaction time when he leaves second. That's only 6% of the time.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen in this lineup. Not in the JEGS All Stars. It might happen in the Eliminator.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the way he runs it, I mean, he's dialed up. Even if he may chase more if he ran into the finish line, obviously. But the way he runs it, shutting off like that, it's going to be hard to find a 12-second stalker. I mean, it's a high 11-second stalker.
Yeah.
I mean, super stalker.
Super stalker. Yep. And let me check on Ty Gaynor real quick. I wanted to get one for him too, and then we'll make some picks here.
Small sample size,
but hey, doesn't matter. Starting line. Let's see Ty Gaynor. Left first. Let's see if I got this right. 0.37 when he leaves first. 0.32 when he leaves second. So he's pretty tight there. And on average is running 941, 939, somewhere in that range. Mm-hmm. So that's in bracket mode. But tight window there. So just what you'd expect from a kid that's, doing what he's doing. Number one in the Division 6 right now. So he's running solid. Nothing too juicy. I thought I was going to see something cool there. He's just too good. He's too cool. He's too cool for school. All right. That's good.
So who's your pick in Superstock?
I'll let you go first.
I went first last time.
Well,
I picked your division. I'll go first, and I think I'm gonna go with Trey Vetter.
Are you? All right.
Yep. I think the car working in the condition. I think he's pretty nasty on the tree, and I think I think Trey Vetter. Yep.
He's going with Trey Vetter. Based on the numbers only, I'm going with Justin Pasillo.
Oh yeah.
Now the combination that he runs is pretty. It's like it's a modified car. It can be exotic, and it's given them some trouble a little bit throughout the year. I think
right.
They broke a couple valve springs at Maple Grove earlier this year. If that car stays together and he's able to just run it, I got to go with him. But that car, I think, is if there's any.
Well, and that's something I took into consideration, because if he does the speed week, right, and he runs the divisional, and then he runs, starts the national, and then the extra runs for the All Stars, that's a lot. It could be a lot of runs on a modified car. I don't know how on the edge they run it, and like you said, it could be some parts failures. I mean, Summit is an hour away, but you just don't know. So
it is a Chevy. You might be able to get lucky and find what you need.
He could definitely probably find that. Yep.
All right. I will. Yeah. I'm going to go with Pasillo. I think he's going to be ready. He's been in the All-Star before. He's been an All-Star in stock. He's been on the stage before. I'll go with that. All right, you're going with Trey Vetter. I know all the drivers on here are really good.
Absolutely.
We're not discounting any other drivers. Jeff Dona's on here. He's phenomenal driver. He's got a lot of experience, and he's having a killer year. Ty Gaynor's a phenomenal driver. So, all the drivers.
I mean, you could put the paper up and throw a dart, and I would say I would find a reason why to ride that pony. So,
right? DeForest, I mean, this is tough. This is like
it is.
And Hunter's, like I said, I think he's got a little advantage. He's in Dallas. So,
yeah.
All right. So I'll go with Pasillo. You're going with Trey Vetter, and we are an hour and 15 minutes in. So we're just going to run down the rosters in the other categories, and I'm just going to throw a pick out. All right.
Yeah, we could do that. We can
All
make
right.
it quick.
Comp. Well, let's go with comp. Division 1, Steve Zupka. Division 2, David Eaton. Division 3 is Alan Wilson. Division 4 is Rick Brown. Division 5 is Matt Harris. Division 6 is Ryan Warder. Division 7 is Ryan Pretty. And the blocker is Chase Williams out of Division 4. I'll just give win percentages real quick. Zupka's 83%. Eaton, 71. Alan Wilson's 50. Rick Brown is 60. Matt Harris is 68. Ryan Warder is 63. Ryan Pretty is 70. And Chase Williams is 72. That is in the class that they are on the entry list. We have no clue if they're actually going to run those classes. Some people don't update their entries. I'm going with Steve Zupka. He's Division 1. He's got the best win percentage. He's my comp eliminator, conciliaire. Anytime I have a question, I text Steve Zupka. And I know he's got a good car this year. So.
Yep. I really like Steve. I guess I'll go with Ryan Pretty. Fast car, and it's a bracket car technically. So any condition he's going to be able to get down, and it's fast. So since we're speed picking, I'll go with Ryan Pretty. Yep.
I mean, I know Chase Williams is pretty good. I picked him, I think, for my bonus fantasy fund a couple months ago.
He
All
is.
right, super comp.
Now I will say this before: if Alan Wilson's running the Andy Moore car and it stays together, it can run like 80 under. So
wow,
our picks are just gonna go to crap if that thing stays together and he's in it. So, but go ahead.
All right. Well, I'll go with that too. Speed picker. This time went by fast. Tom Stalba. This is super comp now. Tom Stalba, D1. Rusty Cook, D2. Nathan Prose, D3. Michael Holcomb, D4. Rick Milanazzo, D5. Tom Clark, D6. Bill Weber, D7. And Mark Powers is the blocker. He's out of D4.
Yep.
Win percentages, we'll go down. Stalba, 64%. Rusty Cook, 53. Nathan Prose, 58. Mike Holcomb, 69. Rick Milanazzo, 62. Tom Clark, 65. Bill Weber, 73. And Mark Powers is 66.
73. Wow.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's a big win percentage. I think I'll go with Nathan Prose, simply because he's bringing probably a caravan of cars with him, and they'll have more data than everybody. And Allison just won a race, so they'll have probably 4 or 5 cars where they'll have data like no other.
All right, and they got winning energy on their side. I'm going to go with Michael Holcomb. He's got an average reaction time of 0.17, and all the other drivers are in the low 20s.
That's my guy.
I'll go Mike Holcomb, D4.
Yep.
Super gas. Here we go. Jason Kenny, D1. Tim Powell, D2. Joey Ship, D3. Vernon Rowland, D4. Jeremy Demers, D5. Michael Dalrymple, D6. Mike Boehner, D7. And Rusty Cook, D is the blocker. And he is out of D3. Win percentages. Jason Kenny, 61. Tim Powell, 60. Joey Ship, 66. Vernon Rowland, 64. Jeremy Demers, 65. Dalrymple is 69. And Mike Boehner is 69. And Rusty Cook is 67.
I have to go with Mike Boehner just because I think he's got the coolest car out of all of them.
All right.
It's a full body Camaro, and it looks like a old Pro mod or something, but it's newer version. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now, based on experience, I would go with Jason Kenny, but I've picked D1 too many times tonight, so I'm going to go with Joey Ship.
Good pick.
Been driving a lot. He runs multiple classes. He's been driving really well in his stocker too. So, and obviously he's been driving well in Super Gas to make it to the JEGS All Stars. So we'll go with Joey Ship. That's Randy Lynn Ship's little brother.
Yep.
And finally, we got Super Street here. Actually, I think we got top and top. Super Street, Darren Wood, D1, Donald Webb, D2, Alan Bush, D3, Jimmy Denham, D4, Ed Holmgren, D5, Carrie Huber, D6, David Kiesel, D7, and Art Hoover is the D7 blocker. Win percentages, Darren Wood, 54%, Donald Webb, 63, Alan Bush, 61, Jimmy Denham, 63, Ed Holmgren, 66, Carrie Huber is 55, David Kiesel is 63, and Art Hoover is 73.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the homer pick, Jimmy Denham. I've seen him win multiple races. And I mean, he doubled one year at, was it Dallas or Tulsa? He won both races of a double. So I've seen him get streaky. So I'm gonna go that route.
All right, I'm going with the blocker. I'm going with Art Hoover, 73% win percentage, and obviously he won last year, so he knows what it's like to race on the big stage.
Yep.
All right, top dragster, Vince Mussolino, 66% win percentage. He's D1. Clint Riley is D2, 60%. D3 is Jim Prevost, 48%. D4 is David Bills, 70%. D5 is Mark Graham, 67%. D6 is Dylan Howe, 67%. D7, Cody Weber, 63%. And Brandon Miller is the blocker. He's out of D1, 71%.
That's actually a really tough field.
And Brandon Miller is in Top Sportsman representing D1. So he's in Top Sportsman and Top Dragster.
Right. Give me Cody Weber.
All right.
I'll just go that route. I was him and Hall between him and Dylan Howe, but I'll go Cody Weber.
0.27 average reaction time, Cody Weber. 63% win percentage out of D7. And David Bills has an 0.18 reaction time average. So he's pretty good with a 70% win percentage. But, I mean, these D1 guys, Vince Mussolino is 0.15 and Brandon Miller is 0.17. I think D1 has the advantage here.
Defending world champion Vince in Top Dragster, and Brandon's defending, I think, is he defending in Top Sportsman? He may be defending world champion in Top Sportsman. But
yeah, but you know what? I haven't given any love to D5 yet, I don't think. So let me go with Mark Graham there. I feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then Top Sportsman, we are gonna get. Did you give me your pick there? Your pick, Top Dragster?
Yeah, Cody Weber.
Cody Weber, D7.
Cody
All right,
Weber,
Top
yep.
Sportsman. We got Brandon Miller, D1, 75% win percentage. Dale Faxton, D2, 60%. Curtis Friedrich, D3, 62%. Mike Moorhead, D4, 62%. Larry Demers, D5, 60%. Bill King, D6, 62%. Richard Okerman, D7, 64%. A lot of runs under his belt. And Dean Hall is the blocker out of D7, 56%.
Yeah. I got to go with Mike Moorhead. I think they have a lot of experience at that track, and I think they'll get it done. I'll go with Mike Moorhead.
All right. I got to go with, I'll go with Richard Okerman. 296 runs, under his belt, 0.23 average reaction time, and a 64% win percentage. So I'll give D7 a last bit of love right there. Richard Okerman in Top Sportsman.
Top Sportsman.
All right. That is it, man. Well, an hour and 25 minutes. And thank you to the loyal listeners that stuck with us the whole time. Thank you, Walt.
Didn't do too bad. Of course.
I feel bad if I was talking over you a couple times. It's like when both of us are waiting for the other guy to talk, nobody says anything.
Right.
And we can talk. So.
Nah, it's all it's natural. It's all good.
I will. I'll get us to a couple more comments here because there were a couple good ones that we missed that I wanted to flash back up. Sean Conway says, Matt Lisa, Joe went last year and knows what to expect. So his dad, Joe, will coach him up. So he's going with Matt Lisa.
Yep.
Terry Emmons answered Julie Jordan. The All Stars are guaranteed entry into the National. So the All Stars don't have to enter until the last minute. And Sean Conway says he's too fast to leave first. I believe that would be
Justin.
Yep. But it didn't matter. Craig Galtieri, his money is on Big Walt in the Tulsa second race final, as is mine. But I don't want to jinx him.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it.
Still here. So, all right, guys. Thank you. There were a lot of comments that came in. I'm sorry I didn't get to them in time, and they aren't here anymore. But thank you guys very much. Thank you, Walt Walker. Good luck on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday in your final round.
Anytime. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to the Texas Motorplex next week. Also, this weekend, good luck anybody in Bakersfield. So we have the Division 7 double this weekend, and we have the St. Louis Division 3 event. That double is starting tomorrow. So good luck. Last year, you had to qualify in Stock Eliminator. There were 140 ish cars in stock, and you had to qualify to even race at the first race. So big car count there. They smash all this into 4 days. I don't know how they do it, but good luck for anybody that's there. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you to the sponsors. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you could. We appreciate it. Thanks again one last time, Walt. I appreciate it, buddy.
Of course, anytime.
Have a good night.